how does this concept of reincarnation relate to the end of days? Essentially, there's a question, very fascinating question to me at least, is that if I come back to this world many times, then when the Messiah will come and we'll all be alive again together at the end, so how many me's will there be? You know, you've came over and over again, that's many incarnations, that's many bodies, and we're talking about the same soul, right? At least at this point we are. So how many am I'm going to be split? What am I going to be split up? So that's a very fascinating question, and the answer to that is this. There are different parts to our soul, and all those parts require fixing and perfecting. The amount of times it takes me to reach my perfection, the perfection destined for me by God, is the amount of different bodies I come back into this world in. And whatever part of me was fixed, in whatever carnation it was fixed, will be matched up. So what essentially can happen is that one soul can be divided into several bodies. And so in the end of days, the answer is there will be a bunch of yous, but different variations of yous, because they'll each take form in a different body, but it will be parts of the soul divided into these bodies. And they will all be connected to the same root soul. So, sounds very nice. You come once, come twice, come 10 times, come 25 times, and it'll just be a dividing of the soul and everything sounds great. But we have to appreciate a bit deeper why it's so important for us to take advantage of the opportunity we have now and not waste it. Because imagine a person coming into the world one time and being so focused and so accomplished that he fixes all of the parts of his soul and, of course, does no damage. So he comes one time and comes out perfect and complete without ever having to come back again. So at the end of days, that person will be in one body. Now compare that to someone that had to come back 25 times. So that same all-inclusive soul power will be divided by 25 bodies. So now look at the difference. Imagine seeing that one person that has his soul complete within him. What a towering figure, what a beautiful, perfect, wholesome, perfected person that he will represent, and the soul power that one person will represent compared to the soul power of this 25 individual people. So we have a lot to gain by getting it right in fewer times. And again, there are few, these are the holiest of the righteous that we learn about, that are able to get it right in one lifetime. But most people, almost all people, require several lifetimes. And interestingly, it's taught that today we are in fact all reincarnated almost, and we're not going to find someone who it's his first time in this world. And we've all really been through many chances, many tries. And interesting, knowing that should even help us to really connect with the idea of our past and particular struggles we're dealing with now. Because when I see that certain things I have issues with, without even realizing why I have an issue there, or this is difficult for me, or I have this particular test sent to me by God. So one answer to appreciate why I've been given the specific challenges I've been given is because it's connected with my past life. You know, we don't know for sure, and we can't really testify to it, but it answers a lot of questions. The idea of, you know, that I've been here before and I have to make amends for what I've done in the past can answer a lot of different questions. Why I don't have as much as someone else, why I have this struggle and he doesn't. And so we have to know, first and foremost, that God is absolutely just. There is no more loving, giving, just. There's no such thing as more love and kindness and giving and justice than from Hashem. And so whatever we feel we're going through, how difficult it is, how dark things might seem, we have to know that it's all for this ultimate good purpose. And it's all connected with our past. And ultimately, it's going to define our future as well. Because again, the story that we're in the middle of going through right now, this story that began with Adam HaRishon, the first man and woman, Adam and Eve created, is all this length of story is because Hashem is not giving up on us. You know, the first sin drastically changed the course of world history. And unfortunately, what could have been fixed in a short time is taking thousands upon thousands of years. But the idea that we're still here is a sign that Hashem is devoted to us, He's still with us, and He's not giving up on us. And so we also must not give up on ourselves. May we merit with the strengthening of these ideas a greater faith in God, a greater faith in God's providence, and how the things that happen to us are from Him and just. And may we accept our role in working on ourselves to be a better person, better with our fellow, better with ourselves, and better with Hashem. And then we help bring the ultimate completion of all of the rectifications that this world needs to go through so we can merit the coming of the Messiah and the Messianic era speedily in our days.